Welcome back to Broncos and Parts Garage. My name's Chris. Last week I posted a quick 15-second short YouTube video called Daily Driven Broncos. I was going to start a new series. I did try to start that series yesterday and ran into a few problems. This is my 1996 Ford Bronco. It's an Eddie Bauer automatic. It's got an E4OD. It was running fine. Everything was great. I was actually filming some really good content. And all of a sudden the gear selector stalk, the overdrive button, started blinking off, on, off, on. It started shifting rather violently, only at low speeds. I did some research and I posted it on the Facebook group Broncos and Parts, and you guys came to my rescue. I guess the vehicle speed sensor was bad. It's still probably bad. I did go to an auto parts store, buy one, swap it out. Everything ran well for a short period of time. About 20 minutes after that, it started doing the hard shifts again. I brought it back into the shop. I pulled every fuse under the dash. I pulled every fuse under the hood. I put everything back together. Then I pulled the instrument cluster out. I pulled the PSOM out. I pulled everything back out, looked at it, didn't find any corrosion. I put everything back. And now it's actually running, it's running fine. I don't think I solved the problem. I still think there's probably a bad wire or some bad circuitry in between the VSS in the rear differential and the instrument cluster. So I'm going to keep troubleshooting that. I didn't really put everything back together up front. I'll be able to pull the cluster with just a couple screws. You all know I part out a lot of these vehicles, so taking a cluster out only takes me a few minutes. It's pretty simple. So I'm going to leave it in the half assembled state like it's in until I can troubleshoot it or it happens again. When I did swap out the VSS, the little plug on the back side wasn't going over the connector. It looked like it was like a snap fit, but it was pulled away, exposing two wires. They had sheathing on the wire, but they were two wires nonetheless, and corrosion could be getting up inside there. So next time I get another parts truck in, I'll probably snip that off and keep it. The only other thing I wanted to cover today was the step sent to me by Rhino Storm. It mounts in a 2-inch receiver. It's heavy-duty plate steel. It folds flat. I'm not going to do the review today, and I'll show you why in a second, but I will be giving this away on the Facebook group, Broncos and Parts. So make sure you follow along on that page. I'll show you why it won't work on my Bronco. These older trucks have the hitches and they're recessed. The newer trucks have it flush mounted, so the drawbar on that step isn't long enough to stick out. Obviously, it'll hit the bumper. So we'll do the review on a different vehicle, probably a Chevy Traverse, yikes, or my 2015 Ford F150. As far as the problem I had with this Bronco yesterday, I know these problems will arise and they'll be pretty much nonstop. I buy and sell a lot of trucks, and I always tell some of the people, hey, make sure you understand about the maintenance, preventative maintenance, and the things that'll go wrong with these trucks. We have the community online, we have the Broncos and Parts Facebook group, and I got a lot of help from you guys yesterday, and I really appreciate it. So let's do everything we can to help one another and keep these trucks on the road. Thanks.